Hello guys, and welcome to episode 23 of my Total War Warhammer playthrough, playing as the Greenskins on very hard difficulty. And today it's time to basically keep pushing back chaos and take Varenka Hills. That's going to be first order of call. So the Skull Takers did settle that, and now what we want to do is probably use Sneak and Wurzag to take that back. So we'll move on Sneak down towards Varenka Hills. We have Sozpug here who can actually get into Sneak's army. Then we're going to use Wurzag to take Varenka Hills. Going to declare. Go ahead with that. We were going to let Wurzag actually replenish his forces, but he can do that in Varenka Hills anyway, so we're just going to do it there instead. At Varenka Hills, we don't actually have the cash to upgrade this just yet, but we may as well take that. We'll take Spleen Ripper now for Wurzag. He's got his mount available. And then next turn, Spike will take a lot of attrition, and we can hit them with our armies once again to wipe them out for good. Right, Grimgor's still sitting in Kalak Kadrin, and everything else is done for this turn, although I might get Largug to move towards Archaon just so that we can keep an eye on where he's going. And we'll end the turn. We can issue a commandment in Blood River Valley now. Let's get the Camp Ruckus going. See, let me just check my other places. At Karakazgal, we probably don't need the Camp Ruckus here anymore. We can go for the Givetir. At, is it Death Pass? We're at 100 as well. So we can change this to Givetir as well. Okay. At the Desolation of the Gash, that's currently 58. We can again change this to Givetir. We are currently getting the +3 obedience per turn from it. But I think in general we're okay there for obedience anyway. At the Eastern Badlands, everything's okay there. Could maybe change the commandment, but not yet. At Rib Peaks, it's currently +2. That's thanks to the commandment. At the Silver Road, we need to keep that commandment. In the Western Badlands, we can change this one to Givetir. At Zufbar, gonna need it, and that's the Southern Badlands as well. Although the Southern Badlands doesn't currently have one. We'll be moving Krugger down in the next turn to try and catch up to Hellcroft. Right, let's end the turn, see what happens, see where chaos goes. So, Belagar asking for peace once again. Gold Take is going to be moving through the Border Prince's lands. Okay, so I think what we're actually going to do is hunt them down. We can have Wurzag chase them. Probably just use the underway to head towards Barakvar. And then from Barakvar we can catch up to Spite. Meanwhile, we're going to have Sneak occupy Varenka Hills and fix that up for us. Okay. Krugger needs to find chaos, so let's bring him down. Oh, there they are. That was a good guess. Straight into the middle of Sigvald's army. So Sigvald has actually taken control of this army. Hopefully we'll be able to catch up to them in the next turn. Let's see what else we can do. So Azag can finally recruit some Orc Boar Boy Biggins. Let's move him on to the edge of the province here. We will get ourselves some Orc Boar Boy Biggins, and also probably a couple of Orc Boar Chariots. Yeah, we'll do that. And then what I'm going to do as well is then recruit some Goblin Rock Clubbers at Black Crag. And by the time Morgulus starts recruiting in Karak 8 Peaks, we might be able to get our hands on a Arachnarok Spider. It really depends on whether or not we have researched that in time. It's going to take a while to get that though. Oh well. The Sneak, if he's going to be stuck in this province for a little while longer, I'm tempted to get a couple of Night Goblin Fanatics into the army. to fill up the slots. And I think we have plenty of ranged forces, don't we? So it's tempting to actually buy some Black Orcs. Or we may as well just add a couple of these Orc Boar chariots. Yeah, that's a nice idea. We'll add a couple of those. That will give Sneak something to do. He can recruit those forces. They are overpriced forces because it's a global recruitment, but what can you do? Let's go and try and block the army of Archaon. That was a failure, unfortunately, but he's still leveled up. We'll go for Misdirector maxed out, and we will end the turn. Oh, there's low fightiness in Krugger's army, but that's fine. He should be able to sort that out when he defeats Sigvald. Let's see where Chaos goes. Oh, they didn't go anywhere, they just ran straight into us. So it's going to be Sigvald and his army. It does have 2 Chaos Feral Manticores he didn't have before. Also a couple units of Chaos Spawn. We should be okay to quick save this and fight it on the battle map. Here we are. Don't really need to wait around on this one. Just going to line up all my melee forces. And we'll have all of the Goblin Archers line up. We'll let them come towards us since they are attacking us. And we now have a Goblin Shaman. And also Krugger on his lovely little squig. Let's start the deployment, start the battle. What spell does he have? Gaze of Mork. Okay, so let's actually move him to the front then, where he can use that straight off the bat. I think that's the only magic that we have access to. We maybe could have taken up a different position slightly, but I think here's okay. Probably fire that missile at one of the Chaos Feral Manticores. These things looking beautiful as ever. Gotta love a Manticore. Speed things up. And what I'm actually going to plan to do is try and surround them. So we'll bring a couple units to the right, like so. A couple units forwards. 3 units to the left side. And we'll make sure that my archers are all moving forwards. Okay, my unit's getting into position. Looks like those Chaos Spawn do not want to be surrounded. Have them be targeted by our archers. Try and take out as many Chaos Spawn as possible. As quickly as possible. We'll have the Night Goblins charge into the Mauler Horsemen throwing axes. Actually, we could probably just get the Forest Goblin Spider Riders to chase them down. Oh, the nasty Skulker's getting smashed by the Chaos Spawn. Okay, well, that happened. Chaos Feral Manticore going straight into one of my Orc Boys units. Okay, so we're going to let them charge us, which wasn't exactly the plan, but it's okay. Let's get Krugger to come in onto Barbaros. And what spell does he have? What's this? Spite of the Bad Moon. Extra missile parry with shields. Expired charge defense as well. Oh, it would have been useful to use that against the chariots. My bad. Oh well. We're going to move on into this melee engagement. Go for get back here for the extra leadership. I'm going to make one of these units, the Orc Boys, unbreakable. And we're going to target the Chaos Warriors with halberds now. That Chaos Feral Manticore is going to do a lot of damage to my troops if I let it. I need to get this Shaman to actually do something. Have him fire into the Chaos Warriors with halberds. Right, let's get the damage resistance there. Although Krugger's going to be running away. make sure that we have this infantry come over and engage all of these units. Chaos Warriors with halberds nearly dead. I think these Goblin Wolf archers actually doing a lot of damage to the Chaos Feral Manticore at the moment. Charge on forwards again. Need to get Krugger back in there and try and kill off some of these agents for us. Taking lots of damage, but Krugger will have plenty of time to replenish, so as many losses as we take doesn't really matter. See if we can take out Hargroth. There we go. Lovely jubbly. A goodbye to the Chaos Feral Manticore, which is now going to be chased down by the Goblin Wolf Archers. Have the Goblin Wolf Archers just like stay running after that. Have Krugger come over and help deal with Gulgast. Going to make sure we use the spell there onto Gulgast. Yeah, he got interrupted. That's a shame. Oh, there we go. That works. We're going to stop all of these archers firing at that chap, and we'll get them to fire onto the Chaos Feral Manticore to get rid of that. Chase after that Chaos Feral Manticore. Sigvald is running away by the looks of things. Let's see if we can take care of this Chaos Feral Manticore before it gets away. Looks like it's going to be fine. We're going to get it? No, we're not. So we'll end the battle there for a close victory. And I was actually quite surprised how much damage they managed to do. But again, mainly comes down to those chariots. Annoyingly. I'm really going to have to upgrade Krugger's army, aren't I? I guess what we'll do is merge all of the Orc boys. For this turn, we will just eat the captives, and then next time we'll finish off Sigvald for good. So Archaon's moving back with a fully replenished army. And Gork or Mork? I'm going to take Gork. Getting the extra fightiness quicker is, I think, always the better choice almost. So let's kill off Prince Sigvald. I'm probably just going to go for an auto-resolve. We will eat the captives, and goodbye to that army. Okay, so we're going to march now towards Valea's Sorrow. And we're going to merge all of these Orc boys. That's going to leave us 3 slots. Maybe we can just recruit some like Black Orcs or whatever, just to fill out the army slightly. But Krugger has leveled up from that. I'm going to continue with Woundmaker. Uglug has also leveled up, so we'll get the Gaze of Mork cooldown. Wurzag. I think I might actually have him move back towards Vrenka Hills. And we'll have these two armies side by side in order to take on Archaon and his huge amount of halberds. Chosen with halberds and also chosen with great weapons, normal chosen. That's an even scarier army than before. You know what? I think what I'm going to do is we're going to bring Grimgor out of Karak. Should be able to get away with that because we'll be getting the boss's shack soon. And we're going to start to march round and then underway towards Archaon because I'm really wary about that army. That army is actually very scary. Okay, Morgulus needs to be able to recruit some more troops, so he's going to have 8 units of Black Orcs. I think that's more than enough. I might get a couple of units of Night Goblins Fanatics, and then maybe a couple units of Trolls as well into his army. Then we'll recruit some Archers, so some Night Goblin Archer Fanatics. We'll go for 3 units, and then what we'll do is probably recruit some Orc Boar Boys from Karak 8 Peaks, and then the Goblin Rock Clubbers from Death Pass. Largug One Finger, going to block Archaon's army if I can. That was a failure. Let's move on to the next turn. The Archaon can probably defeat both of my armies if I'm not careful. It's very, very scary actually. Manfred von Karstein has been discovered. Oh, your next critical failure. Nice. Gold Takers have been destroyed. Good. They have 1 Hell Cannon. But just all of those chosen are horrific. We'll start to build up the pile of shiny stuff there. At Frank Hills, we're going to upgrade that to a Greenskin camp. I think we're going to remain possibly on the defensive, although we might be able to take advantage of an attack onto Archaon. I don't want to hit him in camp stance though. Although in camp stance doesn't give him any bonuses. Oh, he has Gorby's chariots as well. How do we even deal with this? It's going to be so difficult, but we'll let them attack us. Meanwhile, Krugger can move on over. Azag can move on up and recruit himself some Goblin Rock Lobbers. At least I have plenty of Chosen now. Well, not Chosen, Black Orcs. I think Wurzag has 6 units of Black Orcs, Sneak has 3, so that's 9. At least that's a pretty chunky front line. Try and assassinate Archaon. Success! Oh my god. Okay, Archaon's dead. This is time to attack then. I didn't actually expect that to work. But it did. And we're going to have to destroy this horde while he is dead, because Archaon can do a lot of damage if we let him. So now what do we want to do with Largug in terms of his upkeep? I guess extra income from friendly buildings is probably a good idea. So we'll get Inspector, and maybe what I'll do with Largug now he's dealt with Chaos is move him up to Karak, where he can help reduce the vampiric corruption there. Grimgor's going to move through towards Oakenhammer. And okay, we're going to make this attack onto Jorhul. I don't know how we managed to assassinate Archaon there, but that was pretty damn incredible. We'll move up Sneak. Sneak can be our reinforcements, and Wurzag can lead the charge. This should be an interesting one. Wurzag sitting on Spleen Ripper there, ready to take on Jorhul and their Chosen with Halberds, and also the Chosen with Great Weapons and some standard Chosen. We are going to quick save this and fight it on the battle map. And here we are. Wow, the The map's pretty dark. Barely see what's going on. This could be rather annoying throughout the game. That we have a slight hill that we can sit on, so we are going to do so. Have all these units come up here. All of the Black Orcs can line on up. We're going to keep them pretty wide in formation. All the Night Goblins can come up. We do have access to the spinning loons, so I probably want to make use of those at some point. If we can get the Night Goblins to the flanks of some of the Chosen, maybe we can fire them through the ranks, but we'll have the Forest Goblin Spider Riders stay on the right side, possibly hidden in the forest there. They can flank. Get these trolls to hang out on each flank. We'll have Wurzag sat back with the Orc Biggins behind. Okay, so let's start the deployment, start the battle. 18 Winds of Magic is fine. Make sure that we have our Goblin Shaman come up. Does have itchy Nuisance now. Does do an area of effect. And he is supported by Sozpug. Right, so let's add the Black Orcs to the edge of this formation. The Night Goblin Archers and stuff come up as well. Night Goblin Fanatics can move around to the right side, as they can't be seen. Then we're going to have the Orc Archer Boys come up behind. Orc Boys can reinforce the right flank. We'll have the Orc Boar Chariots. Probably move to the right side as well. Have them up on the hill with the Forest Goblin Spider Riders. Maybe we'll just put them all behind the hills. And we'll get the Goblin Rock Lobbers to come up and just sit behind. Okay, so all of my reinforcements have their orders. Black Orcs ready to receive the enemy Chosen. This will be a good fight for my men. Chosen with great weapons moving on up. Look how beastly they look. I do actually have a graphic mod on for Chaos. Which basically just gives them more helmets, because I didn't really like seeing them without helmets. I think they just look a bit odd when they don't have helmets on, especially considering how heavily armoured they are supposed to be. My artillery doing plenty of damage. Their Hell Cannon doing a lot of damage. Let's try and get these Spider Riders. We'll get a couple of them to head on round behind the enemy forces. Bullbeast Chariots moving forwards. Be careful about them. They can definitely harm us if we let them. Alright, how are these Goblin Rock Lobbers doing? I'm probably just going to line them up on the other side of this tree line, and then we'll start to fire them in. Okay, so we're being charged by Chaos Knights. Let's charge on in. Get the trolls in on that as well. And we're going to begin to charge forwards, I think. Okay, and I'll have these trolls deal with the Chaos Chariots. We are going to have to get like a gaze of Mork going, possibly onto the Gorbeast Chariots, if we can. That did a little bit of damage. What we're going to do in the center is give sneaky stabbing to one of these Black Orcs. And then we'll go for Itchy Nuisance onto all of those forces. And then we're going to want to go for a massive Foot of Gork once we have enough. Though we can upgrade it, so I'm probably going to wait until we can see all of their units clumped up here. How much does an upgraded version cost? We'll wait and see. So we've been charged on the right side, Gorbeast Chariots there. We're going to make sure that we are engaging them with everything we got, the Orc Boys and so on. And we're going to have our archers target this melee on that side, and these guys can target on the other side. Well, actually, let's have them move round so that we can maybe use their loons. We have a lot of them, so a lot of loons would be very helpful. The artillery can fire into the big group on that side. And we need to make sure that our archers here come over. Maybe they can fire into the chosen with halberds. We'll just get all of this infantry to kill off the Gorbish chariots there for us. And we'll get the spider riders to go in there as well. These goblin rock lobbers. Not much I can do there. Now let's have these two units charge towards the hell cannons. Maybe one can just deal with chaos chariot. Okay. And where is their leader? They don't have a leader, do they? Because we killed Archaon. Great. Let's just wait until we have more Winds of Magic Power Reserve. Use the Power Stone just to give us a little bit more, a little bit quicker. Okay, so they're all bunched up here. I really want to take advantage of that sooner than later. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Love it. That was insane. That did so much damage. We can also go for a brain burster at some point. Go sneaky stabbing onto these Black Orcs. And, well, what we're going to do here is fire the loons through the lines. Okay, let's get them all to come up. Okay, well, a couple of our Night Goblin fanatics have been targeted on that far side. That Wurzag is going to get hit by those units if we're not too careful. Okay, things are getting a bit out of hand. We've definitely dealt with all the Chaos Warriors and Chosen there. The main issue is that my front line has kind of fallen apart. A lot of my Black Orcs are already dead, and the rest are being occupied by the chariots on the far side. So now my Goblin Rock Lobbers are under attack, or possibly will be soon. Let's see what we can do here. Go for the effigy onto the Chaos Warriors. Just try and get rid of them. And what can we do about the rest of these units? What I'm going to do is put all of these chaps onto skirmish mode, so they don't get targeted. You can fire off the loons again into those units. We do have the flank on here, which is great. Fire some more loons into the back of the Chosen here. Great. So it looks like the Chosen came down the hill to face off against me. But it looks like we have caused a chain rout. Great. We have plenty of Forest Goblin Spider Riders and stuff. They can all come down and run down these chaps. Didn't even use the chariots, did I? I guess we managed to keep alive a lot of my units by not actually using them in this fight, but that wasn't exactly my intention. So there's one man still alive, and that's Jawhole. There he goes, and that is victory. Whereas I can just do a brain burster there. May as well have him actually chase down some of these units. Maybe fire off the Gazer Mork as well. Okay. Where are my fast units? We could stop the rock lobbers from firing. Okay, so let's have one of these units attack that Chaos Warriors with Halberd. That one can attack the Chosen. This one can attack the Chosen with Halberds. We'll get one to take out the Chaos, or the Chosen with great weapons. Okay. Some trolls all the way up there. Get these spider riders back over here. Alright, so spider riders have their orders. Hopefully we'll come over and deal with the rest of these forces for us. Let's have a look at these Orc boar chariots. We haven't seen these yet. We've just got a couple of boars on the front. They look pretty crazy. I reckon they do a lot of damage, a lot like the Chaos Chariots, honestly. Would have been nice to see how effective they were in this battle, but it doesn't really matter. We won either way. And this is going to be Archaon's Horde destroyed. They won't be able to recruit all these Chosen anymore because the Horde buildings will go with it. If we can take out as many of these guys as possible. We're going to have these guys come up as well. So they have just managed to get off the field. Annoyingly. There we go, we'll end the battle there for a decisive victory. We only lost 494 men. They lost 796. Goblin rock lobbers at the start of the battle there did so much damage. Really, really nice. Really great battle that was. Really enjoyed that. Although it was very dark. I'm sorry if you couldn't really see that. I couldn't either. So much chaos corruption going on in the province that, yeah, we just couldn't see anything. Take the captives, of course. And we are going to have to continue onto that army. This time round we'll probably just auto-resolve it. Although actually I don't want to lose these Black Orcs. So maybe I will be forced to play this one out. Yeah, we'll quick save it and jump in. But not in this episode because it has been my time. We are going to have to leave it here. But Archaon's Horde is soon going to be dead. And I cannot wait. So, yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.